Hey guys, Paul from Ashen Phoenix. It is new comic book day for the week of September 15th. We're going to get started right now. This episode brought to you by Paul and Tim Do a Thing. There's actual videos. I'll put like a little link up there so that way you can go follow it. Finish watching this video first, but then like open that in another tab and watch some stuff as Tim tries to torture me with
metal get him
music
good
that I don't like, and then I try to torture him with pop and rap music that he doesn't like. It's a thing.
That's true. Hey guys, it's Tim from Team Ashen, Paul and Tim Do a Thing, Capes and Scowls, the comic book store. I am very busy. Let's talk about the trades. We're going to start off with one I love, Stray Dogs. I read all the issues on here. I told you I loved it. Did you buy it? If not, get this, because I know the issue 1 got quite expensive. And the free comic book day one just was non-existent. If you got one, you're lucky. Miles Morales, the Clone Saga. This is issues 22 to 28 of Miles Morales. Interesting that they always recycle these stories, but maybe it's good. I don't know. We got Uncanny X-Men, Rise and Fall of the Shi'ar Empire. I'm not an X-Men guy, but it is Brubaker, so it has to be amazing. We got Monstrous, which is up to volume 6. Still chugging away, still doing good stuff. Excalibur, volume 3. It's Teenie Howard. I like her. We've got Savage Avengers. This is King in Black tie-in. This is also... Oh, no, this is volume 4. I've been enjoying Savage Avengers. We got Batman hardcover. This is volume 4. Contains some of the Infinite Frontier stuff. Batman, the World. I assume this is all the Batmen from all around the world. If you read like the Grant Morrison run back in the day, they tackled this a lot. There's different Batman in different places. It's good stuff. We have Unearthed, a Jessica Cruz story. This is a young adult story. Jessica Cruz is a pretty cool Green Lantern character. We got Batman Scooby-Doo Mysteries. There's 2 of them. The Chilling Ice Rink Escapade and The Escape from Mystery Island. I mean, who doesn't love Batman and Scooby-Doo? It's perfect. It's a classic team-up. We got Miss Marvel, Game Over, man. Game Over. This is a 2015 series, issues 13 to 24. Was that her first series? I'd imagine it is. Oh, this is fantastic. We got Kirby, the manga, volume 2. I bought volume 1. It was great. If you're a Kirby fan, you gotta get it. And then finally, we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Jennika 2. The second miniseries from her. I like that this character is pretty popular, and they were able to create a new turtle, a female turtle, and yeah, because that didn't work so good in the 90s, so I'm happy for that.
First up, we have Primordial, issue number 1. This is an interesting book. It's very wordy. Basically, the concept is 1959 through 1961. It was the beginning of the space race, and for some reason, in this world, we almost stopped the space race because we sent rockets up there with dogs and monkeys and things, and none of them ever came back. And we're starting to figure out why. I don't want to spoil the twist in this book, but it's an interesting read. Lemire does a pretty good job. The art is interesting because it kind of lends itself to that old style feel to it. It really kind of puts you in that headspace and the mind space of it. It was an interesting read, but it takes a lot to get to where it needs to go. And yeah, so like that's why it's not my pick of the week or anything, but it's still a good read. You should definitely check it out.
All right, first up from me, I'm still going strong with Fight Girls from AWA. I love Frank Cho. I love his art. And this has just been a super cool story. It is, if you're not familiar, a bunch of women competing in some sort of Hunger Games-esque thing. It's very battle royal. It's like who survives at the end gets to become queen of this nation. It's pretty cool. They need a warrior queen. And we're really getting down to it now. There's not too many of them left. A lot going on. This is a water area that they're on, and there are many awful things in the water, as you would expect. It's not a lot that I can tell you about this book because it's a lot of the same, but it's not in a bad way. The kind of like the side story of people investigating one of the girls is super interesting, and I really do enjoy it. This could easily be a throwaway book, and it's not. It's been very good. So if you are cool with some violence and you like some big fishy dinosaur things, you're going to love this. So check it out.
Next up, we have Maw, issue number 1. This is a 5-issue mini. Again, kind of like the last book, it really takes a lot to get to where it's going, and you're only really starting to get an idea of what happens in this book at the very, very end. But you have 2 friends on a women's empowerment retreat. One of them is completely into it, and the other person has a very cynical outlook on the world. Bad things happen. And this feels like it's going to be an interesting ride going in a direction of those that have wronged women kind of getting their own comeuppance, but not nearly in the direction that it should go. And that's basically the best way to describe it. The art is pretty good, but like I said, it does take a lot to get there. So for a book that is only going to be 5 issues, it's kind of tough to put your finger on what this is going to become, because I mean, I've always been a thing about indie comics is you kind of have to let everybody know where it's going. Like, I know what's happening to this because I've read the preview from it, but if you don't read the preview, how are you going to know what a book is when it comes off the shelf? So in that respect, I don't think they did a phenomenal job on it, but it's still interesting enough because I know where they're probably going to be going with it. So it's up to you if you want to try it. If not, you can pass. But I mean, it's worth the shot once you get to where it's going.
All right, next up, I got Marie Lavette's Porcelain, issue number 2 from Ablaze. When I did issue 1, I said, I don't know what the hell's going on. And it's only slightly improved. But I got to tell you, even though it's very strange, the art is beautiful. It's a weird kind of trap that she is in, this dollhouse, this house. And she needs to avoid something inside, so she does not become a porcelain doll. She does come across a boy in there that is going to help her, but yeah, this just seems bleak and terrible. It seems like the boy's been in there a long time. There is no escape. Of course, maybe there is, but who knows? The art is bonkers, and just, you know, whenever you get a writer and an artist doing the whole thing, it's so good, and I just really liked it. I mean, like I said, I still don't actually know what's going on, but I got a basic gist, and I'm even more in than I was with issue 1. So if you enjoy weird stuff and it's got like a Alice in Wonderland, like that kind of vibe to it, you should like this.
What is my pick of the week? It's actually Harley Quinn, the animated series, issue number 1. If you are not watching the Harley Quinn cartoon series, you're doing yourself a disservice. And this is from a person who, if you know anything about me and the reviews that I've done, I hate Harley Quinn books. Like, just have not liked any Harley Quinn book, with the exception of the Sajak stuff, in 5 years. Like, just despise it in the worst possible way. This couldn't be more of a fun book. It kind of takes place after the events of the 2nd season of Harley, so if you haven't read it, this does give you at least enough of a synopsis to be able to go through, and it also doesn't really ruin a ton of stuff from there. But like it's just such a fun ride, because while it is this very fun romp kind of comedy thing, they are dealing with a lot of real things that have happened during the show, and the traumas and everything that happened between Ivy and Harley, and their ways of dealing with them. It's always fun because if you recognize the series, the over-the-top antics from particular characters that don't necessarily have that kind of correlation in their other books makes so much more sense. Like Jim Gordon being this just laughable, psychotic man who has been broken so many times is hilarious in this book. And Harley and Ivy are just fantastic, and there are little gags that are set up that have gone through the entire series, so it's very fun to be able to get those in this form as well. And I'm really excited to see where this is going. Again, I'm excited about a Harley Quinn book. That doesn't happen. So that's why I really, really want to see how this goes. I'm not going to spoil anything for you, but this is going to be a very fun book to check out. You should definitely grab it.
All right, guys, it's time for my pick of the week. Paul, do you know what my pick of the week is?
Not a book.
It's Kang.
Oh, cool.
It's Kang Issue 2. I enjoyed Issue 1, but Issue 2, even better. After the setup that you need in Issue 1, you have a young Kang going through the time stream. This time he is in Egypt and he's interacting with Rama Tut, which is fantastic. And there are some great callbacks to things that happened in old FF issues. If you're familiar with them, you'll really appreciate it. If you're not, you're still going to really enjoy this issue. But I love it because, surprise, surprise, there's a Moon Knight in it. And I was very excited. Paul actually heard me squeal when I said, yay, there's a Moon Knight.
You doesn't do that very often.
I rarely show emotion of any kind other than anger. So I had a great time reading this. This is one of the best books I've read in a while. I am pumped. I don't get pumped too often, so that's good. So everybody's doing a great job. The art's great. The writing's great. And I can't wait to see how this ends up. It's weird because it's Kang. It's time travel. It's Kang dealing with Kang. Kang sometimes fighting Kang. And it's like, is this a necessary part of a time loop? Or is this screwing with a time loop? It's really fun, and I can't wait to find out the answer. So definitely pick this up. All right, guys, that's it. Thank you for checking everything out. If you get a chance, go to our other channel, Paul and Tim Do a Thing, where we react to music and all kinds of stuff, which is fun because Paul makes me listen to shiny, happy music, and I make him listen to quite the opposite. That would be great. Give us a subscribe, all that stuff. You know what to do. You're on YouTube all the time. But, yeah, that's about it. So just have a good rest of your week. Take it easy. Carve out some time for you. Maybe drink some tea or, I don't know, go for a walk. Clear your head. Be nice to you, because if you're not going to do it, who the hell's going to do it? I'm not going to do it. I'm a jerk. That's it. Bye.